Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, my name is Amanda. Thank you so much for tuning in. In today's video, we are going to be working with this Holly Jolly vinyl pack from Flynn Sisters Supply Shop, and I will have her website linked for you in the description box. We're only going to be using one of these sheets of vinyl, but I wanted to go ahead and show them all to you. So what we're going to be making today is an oversized Christmas ornament. And for this project, you're going to need a round nesting tray, and you can use any size that you'd like. I will have mine linked for you in the description box. I'm not sure what size it was, but I'll link it for you in the description box if you want to check that one out. We're going to be using this red plaid vinyl and also a decal, which also comes with this vinyl pack. So you're also going to need some glitter, some resin, or if you'd like to use a different kind of sealer, you can. I wanted to use resin just so that it would make it shiny. And then you're also going to need some sort of clear plastic. And I will link this product for you in the description box, but this is not what I used. But there are transparent 12 by 12 adhesive sheets that Decal puts out. And like I said, I'll list that in the description box for you below. But I actually wound up using a piece of clear plastic that I already had on hand. And so that's what I used. But again, I'll list the Decal 12 by 12 adhesive sheets in the description box if you want to check that out. So here's my tray, and we're just going to start off by painting it. I painted mine red, and you can paint yours whatever color that you'd like. And then you're just going to let that dry. And when mine had dried, I did actually wind up going over mine with some red spray paint as well. And I will have that spray paint listed for you in the description box. But once you have your tray painted, then it is time to go ahead and apply your vinyl. Now, as I mentioned earlier, if you wanted to paint the inside of yours, you could. If you wanted to use fabric, you could. If you wanted to use another sort of medium, you could, but I wanted to go with vinyl. So what I did, you can do this a couple of different ways. You can just measure it and then use a die cut machine and cut your circle out on your vinyl. I'm not very good at measurements because it seems that I'm always off one way or the other. So I just took a piece of butcher paper, put it in the center of my tray, press down the edges, and then cut it out with my scissors. And so that just gave me my paper template, which I already have here. And then I'm just going to lay the butcher paper on the back side of my vinyl and trace it so I can cut my vinyl out. Now, as I mentioned, if you wanted to use a die cut machine to do this, you'll get a more accurate circle, but I didn't feel like pulling up the software, doing all the work that it requires up front to then cut it out. For me, this was easier and quicker. And so anytime I can save time on a project and still get the same result, I'm all for it. So once you have your circle cut, then you're ready to just apply it to the inside of your tray. And I started off using the hinge method for this, but because of the size, it wasn't really working out. So I wound up just pulling off the backing and pushing it down by hand, and then using my felt squeegee to make it smooth. And now this looks like an ink pen, but it actually has a little blade, and I'm just trimming off the excess. And you can also see there's a little bit of white showing because I did not trim my vinyl prior to cutting my circle. And that is because I felt like it would not have been big enough if I'd trimmed off the white. So that's okay. We're going to be putting some gold trim on the inside anyway, so that will not show up. So you don't have to worry about that. Now, what I did next, I did off camera, and that is that I drilled a hole in the top of the tray and put some twine or some rope inside and made a knot for the ornament to hang. And so once that was done, you can see I have my handle, my little ornament hanger, and my knot on the inside there. So once that was done, I did go ahead and mix up some epoxy. Now, this is where I need to apologize because I was working on multiple things per usual, and I actually forgot to keep track of how much epoxy I used. But I will tell you, I used a very thin coat of epoxy. So I can't even tell how much is in the cup there, but as you can see, I'm kind of letting it all pour out because it was residual epoxy that I had left over from another project that I had been working on. So I'm sorry I don't have the measurements for the epoxy for you on that. But I did add a little bit of the alfresco from Sandy's Organized Chaos mixed in with my epoxy. And so once that had cured, I did go ahead and just take a gold marker, and I was going to first use some striping tape, but that was not working out. And so I just went in with a gold marker and went on the inside to sort of define the vinyl from the tray. And I think that looks so cool. And then I went ahead and added my decal, and this one says Jingle All the Way, and it has a little reindeer. And I just put that in the center, and now we're going to add our glitter snowflake mixture. And I'm just sprinkling it all around so that it can sort of be like a shaker ornament. But, of course, once it's hanging, it's not going to shake around. But I just thought that was really cute. And now we're going to attach our plastic. And so what I did was I just added some resin around the outside of the tray, and I attached my plastic, and then I just pulled it taut. And then I took some shape tape and I added that on top of the plastic around the outside and sprinkled some gold glitter on top and let that dry. And then once that was dry, you're just going to trim off your excess plastic. And then at this point, I went ahead and just took some more epoxy and just ran it around the outside of the tray up to where the plastic was adhered to the tray, just to sort of help with any kind of gaps or anything like that. You don't have to do that. I just, like I said, I just wanted to be sure that the plastic was sealed really well. And then that was it. You're done. And so I think this is super cute. You can place it on a mantle for decoration. I just thought it was really cute. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Kind of a short one, but just a cute little project that you can do, and several different ways you can do it. So thank you so much for stopping by and watching the video. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave those in the comments section. And as always, thank you so much for tuning in and have a blessed day.